So today we're gonna be looking at my car. I've been living with a Tesla Model S 2023 long range. I'm gonna do a quick review about the car. This is me inside it. I got the white interior. I'm gonna flip this real quick. I don't even know how to flip the camera on this thing. Hold on. How do you flip the camera? Got it in white with the white interior. I'm just gonna go over what I like about the car, what I don't like, and let you know if it's a good option. So stay tuned. Well, this is the interior. I got the yoke. Of course you have to get the yoke. If you're gonna get the Model S or X, you gotta get the yoke. And mine has the tilting screen. You can see it's tilted towards me. When my girlfriend's in the car, if she wants to do DJing, she wants to select music, I just tilt it over to her. This is the interior. Like I said, I got the white interior. I have this cleaning cloth just to wipe it down in case it gets a little dirty. I got the glass roof. That's my air fresheners to keep my car smelling nice. The yoke was weird at first. It took me 3 months. Kid you not, 3 months to get used to the turn signals. That was the hardest thing for me to get used to, the turn signals. But aside from that, it's been once I got used to it after 3 months. That's how long it took for me to be able to do without looking. So once I got used to that, I really enjoy the yoke. This is how I drive. My seat's a little further back right now, but this is how I drive it, or you're just right here. I like how you get an uninterrupted view of the screen. The what you call it? The problem with turning, you get used to that in probably a week. It's the actual driving of the car. I don't have the full self-driving, but I have the regular autopilot. That's more than enough for what I need. The charging is really fast. The wireless charging is really fast. All the storage, there's so much storage in this car. It's crazy. You just have tons and tons of storage. I just put all my knickknacks in there. The doors. I have a problem with some build quality stuff. Like right here, when you roll the window down, now it doesn't do it. Sometimes you roll the window down and you hear this squeaking sound from the window. And there's a little bit of trim issue up there, a little bit of trim issue over here. When I bought this car, it was $87,000. This shouldn't be happening. It really shouldn't. I have just around 6,000 miles on the car so far. I do about 1,000 miles, maybe less a month. The doors coming out the car is nice. I like the frameless windows. It's a little loud out here. I got it in white. I really like the white because it's almost looks a little matte when the sun's hitting it, right? Get a little bit of a matte look to the car. And my car, I haven't washed my car in a week, but it looks really clean. I don't have the plaid, but I found this spoiler for about $400. It's carbon fiber, super easy to install. Just glue it on. And makes it look like a little bit of a plaid without the plaid money, you know? I really like the look of this, man. It's wide, it's low, it looks aggressive. The blackout looks awesome. I got the 19-inch rims because I needed more range. We're gonna talk about the range. Needed as much range as possible. So this is the car. I got a tint on the windows. It's nothing too dark, just a little bit of a tint. I like the fact that the car locks when you leave. I've had a couple issues with the door when you walk up to the car. So most times it works, but then there's a couple times. I had an iPhone 14 Pro, and the doors never really work sometimes. You walk up to the door and it doesn't work. So, my experience with the car has been really, give it a 9 out of 10. The couple things I have that I would be complaining about would be, first, Elon lowered the price of this car by about $15,000, $12,000 out of nowhere, and that sucked. The good thing is I'm leasing the car, so I did some math because the interest rates have gone up since April when I got the car. Even with the lowering of the price, with what the interest rates are now, I'll be paying almost what I'm paying either way. So the price discount doesn't affect me, but I feel like if the price was the same price, maybe I would have got a plaid, because the plaid now costs what this cost. So I might have gotten a plaid because it was the same price. Maybe for extra, maybe 3,000 than what this costs, I would have just gotten a plaid, or even got a Model X. But I'm glad I got a Model S because I actually rented. I got a loaner. I had to send in the car to the Tesla for service. The steering wheel was peeling. The yoke was peeling, so I had to send it to Tesla to get it fixed. I got that done, and I got a Model X plaid for a loaner. The car was really fast. It was cool, but the ride quality was worse. It just did not go over bumps nearly as well as this does, and it was worse range. So with this, it says about 400 miles of range. I can't say for sure, but I don't have any problem with range. I've never had range anxiety with this car. I've had trips. For example, on Sunday I drove 2 hours. I had a 2.5 hour drive. I went to the suburbs, the far suburbs, and came back, and I used about 40% of my battery, which is phenomenal. And I wasn't driving slow. I was doing 80, 90 miles an hour, no problem. And the cool thing about that is you're doing 90 miles an hour, it doesn't even feel like it. This car is so smooth. It's so quiet. There's literally a train right outside. You saw me come from outside, and it was really loud. And in here, it's just whisper quiet. The double glazing on the mirror, on the glass, really helps with that. It's super, super quiet in here. The car is so smooth. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're driving. It just feels like the car is floating on the air. And because of that, you can't beat the ride quality. The ride quality on this is better than anything I've ever had. I think the only thing that might beat this might be like a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, honestly. And then you get the added benefit of no vibrations or sounds. So you just get whisper quiet interior. I really like that. The charging has not been a problem. At my old job, before I left my job about a month and a half ago, I used to charge once a week, free charging. Now it's a little bit tricky. I have only charged at the supercharger twice because I had to. I never use superchargers. I just find ways to charge. There's charging at my gym. There's a Walgreens like 2 blocks from my gym where I just plug it in, go work out, walk back to my car, and have juice. Like today, I had 61% battery when I parked at the Walgreens, went to the gym, worked out for about an hour. By the time I walked back to the Walgreens, I had 81% battery. And that 81% battery will probably take me, I'd probably charge it again when I go to the gym tomorrow. So I never have a problem with charging. Only if I really have to, I could go to a supercharger. But for the most part, I just find chargers and plug them in. Sometimes I even go back to my old job and just plug it in and charge my car when they're slow. So that's a really good advantage of I've spent altogether since April, I can honestly say I've spent about $100 charging my car. I don't have a charger at home. I live in the city, so I don't do a lot of driving, but driving around and just living with the car, I've spent about $100 charging this car, which is phenomenal. Some people spend $100 a week on gas. I've only spent $100 the whole time I've had the car. The technology is amazing. This Autopilot is super, super good. It even slows down when people are signaling to get in the lane. So if you're in a stop and go traffic situation, it's a lifesaver. You can't go back. I can't go back to a regular car without Autopilot. The screen, the technology, that's amazing. You can watch Netflix while you're chilling. You can watch Netflix, YouTube on the car. That's really nice. The interior. Oh, I gotta show you guys. So let me show you my interior. I'm gonna switch the camera. So these are the seats after 7 months of using the car. They are still pretty clean. I don't know why it looks dirty on camera. It's really not. They look pretty fine to me. My interior is still really clean, even though I got the white. I'm not a pig. I think anybody that doesn't have kids should be fine with the white interior. Nobody eats in my car. It's a known rule. My girlfriend knows that. You don't eat in my car. I think we only ate once. Since I've had this car, we only ate once in my car because we got these really delicious churros that were warm and we just had to eat them. But nobody eats in this car, man. It's a known rule. I don't really have a lot of people get in the car, so it's usually just me and my girlfriend. Once in a while, I'll give people a ride. So that's nice. The speed. Let's talk about the speed. Man, the insane mode on the car, because I don't have plaid. I have insane mode. The 0 to 60 is 3.1 seconds, something like that. It's unreal. I don't know why anyone would want to go faster than that. I honestly drive my car in chill mode. So I'm usually at the regular speed mode. when I go into insane mode, maybe I just charge the car, I have 100 or 90% battery, I want to feel a little funky, feisty, you know, I'll put it in insane mode for a little bit and go back to driving regular, because it's just, your heart starts beating so fast. It's till now, it's still exhilarating after 7 months, because I don't drive in insane mode all the time. It's ridiculous, but it's just, it's crazy fast. Your stomach, your body is just not used to that. So I don't think I'll even get a Plaid, because I would rather have the extra range, honestly. Because after from here, why do you need to be going that much faster? It's cool, but it's not necessary to get a Plaid. And if I had to go back, would I get a Model X? I wouldn't get a Model X. I'll get this car, because crazy enough, this is the rarest Tesla you see out. So you see a lot of Model 3s, Model Ys everywhere. You'll even see some Model X, especially the older body style Model X's before the refresh. You see a lot of those, but you don't see Model S's. You see a lot of older Model S's. You don't see a lot of these 2023 Model S's. That's huge. So you get a nice exclusivity. And the only thing I wish I did was not get the white. I wish I got the blue one. The blue ones look sick. But I get the added advantage of this looks like a matte color, and I don't have to wash it as often. I wash my car every 2 weeks. It's low maintenance. Having a white car, it's super low maintenance. I really enjoy that, and car's been amazing. I've had a couple issues. I had a flat tire once. That wasn't nothing to do with the car. I just had a nail in my tire. Tesla sent somebody out. They plugged the hole, and it cost me $100. That's the only maintenance I've done. Then they replaced my steering wheel for free. I had a couple squeaks in the back from the seat. They fixed that, so that's gone. Everything else it's been an amazing car owning experience. Honestly, it's super cheap to run. The most luxurious, comfortable car I've had. The sound system in this thing is phenomenal. Nothing even comes close. And I've had Mercedes AMG GLEs. I've had the Audi Q8s. I've had the Genesis cars. I've had a BMW 6 Series. This is my favorite car that I've owned so far. And I don't think I could go back to a regular car. I like my key. My phone is my key. I just walk up to the car. The door's open. I walk away. The door locks. I don't even if your windows are down, the car rolls up your windows for you when you walk away, which is super cool. People see that and they're like, "Oh, that's nice." The car. I love the minimalist interior. Everyone complains about it being minimalist. I love it. I don't have any issues with you set your seat, you set your steering wheel, how you like it, it's there. The air suspension's nice. I have a rough entrance into my parking lot. I just automatically, every time I get there, automatically raises the air suspension for me to go in. It raises the air suspension when I'm leaving, so I don't have to worry about that, like scraping the bottom of the car. Even when I go into my gym, the mirrors, they fold automatically. You just set it once. Every time I get to my gym entrance, the parking garage, the mirrors automatically fold in. Makes it easy for me to get into the parking garage, because the car is wide. The car is really wide. There's a lot of space. It's another thing I like. It's so spacious. It's a really spacious interior, because it's an electric car, I guess. I could barely reach I cannot reach, you see that? I can't reach the door on the other side. That's how wide, and I'm not a small person. I cannot touch the door physically. That's phenomenal. There's a lot of space in here. The trunk is pretty good. It's a hatchback, so I could fit as much stuff as I want to. If I really have to, I fold the seats down to put in more stuff. The front is pretty small. Oh, that's a problem I've had with the car too. The front, it never opens immediately. I have to open it twice for it to unlatch. Tesla said they fixed it. It didn't work. So I rarely ever use the front. It's pretty small too, so it's not very useful, unless I just want to show off that I could put stuff in my front. I'd rather just put stuff in the trunk or in the floor, the back seats. Really, I don't really use my front. It's cool, but it's too small. It's small on this car. It is. I know the other cars have bigger fronts, especially the X and the Y. I used to actually have a Y a few years ago, but this is way better than the Y. If you can afford this, get this over the Y, definitely. It just looks better. It drives way better. The interior is nicer. The X, if you don't have kids, if you don't need the space, the X is huge. The back seat of the X is huge. It's just me and my girlfriend. I don't have any kids, so I don't need the SUV practicality, and you get more range with this, and it just looks better. It drives so much better, really, because it's so low to the ground. It's more aerodynamic. You get better range. So I would get this over an X. Maybe if I had kids down the future, I'd get an X, but I don't know. That's down the road. So In conclusion, this car has been my favorite car I've owned so far. It's quiet, it's smooth, it's luxurious, it's nice, it's cheap to run. I know it's crazy. Almost $90,000 car when I bought it. It's cheap to run. That's crazy. I literally spent $100 running this car in the last 7 months. So that's a part about owning an electric car no one really talks about. If you can find creative ways, I use it as a little challenge. I park my car and walk. So while I'm getting some exercise and walking, my car is charging for free. There's free chargers everywhere, especially I live in Chicago, so there's free chargers all over the city. So running the car is no problem. I haven't found a charging area for the city of Chicago where they charge electric vehicles, and I was using it for a while until they kicked me out. But it's free charging. Who cares? Yeah, man. If you can swing it, I would get an EV, man. I can't go back to a regular car. There's no other car that I can think of right now that gives me what this car gives me. The comfort, the speed, the quietness, the smooth suspension. The suspension, man, it just rides like a dream. I remember the other day we're going to the suburbs and we're just sitting in here, and we're doing 80 miles an hour. It was so quiet. I was just sitting and the car was just driving us on the expressway. I'm like, this is a phenomenal road trip car. If you can plan your route and with the charging and everything, it's a phenomenal road trip car. It really does everything. It's all-wheel drive, of course, so in the winter you don't have to worry about getting stuck in the snow. If you can get one of these, get one of these. And I'm leasing it, so I didn't really get hit by the price drop as worse as people who actually own the cars do. So I'm leasing it. The payments are up there, but it's it's a expensive car. But it's definitely worth it, especially for how much maintenance. You don't have to worry about oil changes. You don't have to worry about none of that. All you got to do is just charge it and put windshield washer fluid in there. That's it. You don't have to worry. It's phenomenal. And anytime there's any issues with the car, Tesla fixes them. Oh, then there's the updates. The car gets better with time. This car is so different from the car that I bought 7 months ago. I bought it in April, so 7 months ago. It's different. So right now they updated the cameras, the turn signal cameras that come on when you put on your turn signal. They updated that, and the picture quality is 10 times better than it was when I bought the car. There's new sounds when you park, so you know the car's in park, you know when the car's in reverse. It also has the here, I'll show you. So the turn signal cameras, the resolution got way better than they used to be. That alone is phenomenal. There's new sounds. So the automatic gear shifts are all 99% of the time. It's awesome. It's perfect. The predictive shifting, I think that's what it's called, where when you put your foot on the brake, if you have your seatbelt on. Let me put my seatbelt on real quick. With your seatbelt on, when you step on the car, it knows you need to go into drive. It works 9 times out of 10. That always works. Once in a while, the car doesn't really know if you have to go forward or backwards. Then you have to select it manually, but it usually works. Everything in this car, man, it's just, and it looks nice, man. I don't know why people say this interior is too minimalist for them. What more do you need? Your air, all your little things you need, like your temperature, your shortcuts, everything's right there. You could go to your car settings. The car has Tidal. I stream music on Tidal, and Tidal sound quality is phenomenal. That's my air freshener. I got this on Amazon. You guys should look into this. It smells like cologne, and it's only $20 for a bottle, and it lasts about 2 months. $20, and your car smells like cologne all the time. That's I forget what it's called, but you should look for those on Amazon. They're really nice, and your car just smells nice. You want a car like this to smell nice. So yeah, man, I really love this car. Car's gone back into park mode. I love this car, man. I'm excited to see what the next update is. Hopefully that comes out when my lease is expiring, so I could just upgrade to the next Model S. Because this is a sleeper car. This is a car a lot of people don't know about. Because everyone's always looking at the SUVs. People love SUVs for some reason. I'm fine either way. I don't even know what else I could upgrade to. I'm a car whore. I go through cars like crazy, but I haven't seen anything since I've had this that's caught my eye. Even the Lucids are cool looking, but they don't even come close to the technology on this. Like those little things like the Netflix. Like I could just tell the car, open butthole, and it opens my charge port. That's phenomenal. Close butthole. I need to close your charge port. You see that? Charge port closed. Little things like that are just so cool. It's a nerd's car. Like if you're into nerdy stuff, it's a phenomenal car. You could play games on the screen. It's everything. I cannot get another car. I've had situations where I drove other cars and I forgot to lock the doors because I'm used to just walking away from my car when I'm done. Things like that, or having keys. I don't even have to worry about walking around with a car key. Yeah, as long as you have your phone, you could drive your car. Why doesn't every other car do that? It's such a simple thing. So yeah, guys, if you're thinking about getting a Tesla, look into the Model S. There's not enough of them outside, which is also cool because everyone's like, oh, wow, you got the good Tesla. Because the Model 3s, they use them as Uber now and everything. So the Model S, you still get a lot of exclusivity. It's a cool car. It's super fast. It's super fast. Like I remember I had a video. I think I'm gonna upload it. I had a girl in a Mustang 5.0 destroyed her in a drag race for just like a block. Just blew her away. It was phenomenal. She was so mad at me. She
They're done.
she ran a red light and just drove off. She didn't realize what was happening here. I think this car has over 600 horsepower, 700. I don't know how much horsepower it's in here, but it's a lot of horsepower. I beat Corvettes on Lakeshore Drive. People pull up in a regular Z51 Corvette or whatever they're called, C8s, and you just blow them away. You just blow a Corvette like it's nothing. So yes, the Model S is a sleeper car. I don't know why no one talks about them, but if you're looking for a car that's unique a little bit, that you're not gonna see a lot of it, that gives you the premium car driving experience. It doesn't get better than this, man. So thank you for watching. This is I know it's a little different from what I usually post, but I thought it'd be something to share. Because you don't really see a lot of the videos you see are people who just drive the car for a couple weeks. I've actually lived with it, and I'm loving it. I love my car every day, and you just look at the car and it just looks so good. Oh, it's a good looking car. I like a car that's got a nice white booty. This car's white in the back. It has the same look as a Plaid. It's just the only difference is just the motors and the motors really. It looks just like a Plaid, so you get that nice white aggressive looking car with a beautiful interior. And this yoke, I don't care what people say, I'm always gonna have the yoke. You can see your screen with 0 interruptions. It's just, you just get a clear view of the screen and you get used to this. When I turn, I just use my hand right here, one finger to turn, because I have my car in comfort mode. 99% of the time I drive, all the time, 100% of the time I drive in comfort mode. You can just turn the steering wheel like that and just use that to turn the steering wheel. It's super nice. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Maybe next video we'll go back to photography stuff. I just want to talk about this because it's a cool experience that a lot of people don't know about. Thank you. Bye.